Welcome to the Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week. We're live at Franklin High School as the Sabres take on the Hawks from Kenosha Indian Trail. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike McGivern. I'm with Sports Radio 105.7 FM, The Fan. And this is the Fan pregame show. I'm here with the two head coaches tonight, Lewis Brown from Franklin, Mike McKay from Kenosha Indian Trail. Lewis, start with you. Man, thanks for having us. What a beautiful, beautiful new facility you guys have here.
Thank you. Made possible by a lot of help.
Do you know it's the Jerry Marsh Field Sullivan Stadium? I certainly want to thank those guys for putting this together. Hey, when we had you on the first week, you made a comment. You said, look, we might be okay in the beginning. We have a chance to be pretty good near the end of the season. I'm wondering if that's how you're still feeling.
Yeah, a lot of young talent. They had to learn how to play full speed, and it took them a few games to kind of figure that out. And I think that's the difference right now.
Hey, Mike, I had a chance to see you up. First of all, it's good to see you.
Great to see you.
4-1 in conference. I had a chance to see you in the offseason up in Madison. And you said, look, kind of the same thing that Coach Brown thought. Look, it could be a tough start, but if our kids get it, there's a chance near the end we've got a chance to be pretty good. How you feeling about this year's team?
Yeah, I'm really proud of the way our kids came out and decided to build on what we had last year and not just rest on the laurels that those kids set, and they're setting their own, blazing their own path here, and been really working hard, and we've been getting good effort out of them. Proud of the way they've been doing that.
You bet. Coach, tonight's game, pretty big game, 4-1. Both teams are 4-1. The conference, for guys like me that sit in the station and talk about it, the conference is a little different than I thought it would be. There's some teams a little bit better than I thought they would be, a couple teams that I thought were going to be better. Overall, how do you think the conference is this year?
I think overall the conference is probably better. I mean, even though Mike would probably agree, our teams might take it a little bit of a step back as far as talent. I think overall everyone's playing a little bit better.
Mike, same question for you. I think the teams that we're seeing, all of us a couple weeks ago, I said, look, these Racine teams, they can't play very well when it comes to football, and they all won that week. So, guys like me, we don't know a lot what we're talking about. I'm wondering how you feel the conference is.
Yeah, you're the so-called expert.
I am the expert. Thanks for telling me that.
I think there's a lot of parity in the league, and I think it's becoming a lot more balanced, and you really have to come out every week with your best. Anyone can beat anyone on any given night. I really feel like it that way, and you better have your kids ready to play.
Yeah, I agree with that, guys. I'm going to cut you loose. Good luck tonight. Again, thank you so much for having us. On the other side of the break, John Weiser and Terry Kelly will get you the keys to the game. This is the Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week, only on My 24.
Welcome back to Sullivan Stadium, Jerry Marsh Field in Franklin. A big Southeast Conference matchup here tonight. The Franklin Sabres getting set to take on the Kenosha Indian Trail Hawks. Along with Terry Kelly, John Weiser with you. Glad you're along tonight for this Thursday Night Lights matchup. A conference showdown, a conference title on the line tonight for the winner in this ball game here this evening. And as we first look at this Indian Trail Ball Club, the Hawks under Mike McKay, 5th year of the program, 3rd year as a varsity team, and they're in the hunt for a conference title.
Right, and for both teams tonight, a critical game, not only for the conference title, but you're seeding for the playoffs. So much riding on this game, whom you're going to wind up opposite in that first round.
Yeah, this Southeast Conference could have 5 teams playoff eligible by the end of this weekend.
Right, and there are going to be a heck of a lot of coaches here watching in person. They want to just see which of these teams they might face and try to get ready to handle their offenses.
We saw Franklin in the first game of the season against Sussex Hamilton, and we were told by Lewis Brown that Gavin Beck was going to be an outstanding player, and he's lived up to that billing.
Yeah, we went to practices. Nobody knows about this kid, but he's going to be great, and he's had a fantastic year, and he's going to be paired up with Giovanni Flores, an outstanding receiver. We saw him in that first game with Sussex Hamilton as well.
The leader on their defense, Kobe Knack. He is the leader.
He was all over the field that first game we had. He's moved back to free safety because of an injury to another player and trying to cover up. And he's going to be kind of have people funnel to him because they've got 2 outstanding defensive linemen. They got Gavin Devine, who coach just kind of licks his chops about. And they've got a young man named Marcus Grimm. There's a great name for a defensive player. It's a grim night.
For Kenosha Indian Trail, the Hawks are led by their quarterback, Lane Oakes.
He's been Mr. Everything. He runs the ball exceptionally well. He makes their spread offense go. And he's got also an excellent receiver, Manny Jones. That's got that nice ring to it as well.
Talk about their two-way starters on defense.
Well, you've got a guy by the name of Jake Simar. He is very, very strong, quick, agile, getting a lot of looks. And Josh Wayand, back there in the defensive backfield, has amassed a tremendous number of tackles this year.
Well, that leads us now to our keys to the ball game tonight, Coach. What did you write down?
Well, what I put down was both coaches think they're very similar. They're both going to run the ball. So as far as Lewis Brown thought his defense was going to have to take care of Lane Oaks, have to stop him, must stop the zone read. And then they have to be excellent open field tacklers. They think that's a key.
For the Hawks, what do they need to do tonight?
Well, Franklin's tremendous offensive line. They feel they have to try to control the line of scrimmage, take care of that. They've got to put Franklin into some uncomfortable situations, and Indian Trail can have no mental errors. They think they have to really follow through all assignments.
Kenosha Indian Trail has never beaten Franklin. They never beaten Racine Horlick. Those are their two opponents, Franklin tonight, Horlick next week. A big to-do list for Coach Mike McKay. We'll find out how he does. The kickoff of tonight's game coming up next on My 24.
A brisk October evening tonight here in Franklin. Temperatures falling back into the 40s with light winds here at Jerry Marsh Field inside Sullivan Stadium. A Southeast Conference tilt tonight between Franklin and Kenosha Indian Trail. There's the Southeast Conference standings, and we'll get to those in a minute following our national anthem. Outstanding rendition of our national anthem tonight here from Sullivan Stadium in Jerry Marsh Field. There you get a look at the standings, congested at the top. You've got three teams already playoff eligible in the Southeast Conference. Bradford and Horlick. Bradford with a big game against Oak Creek tomorrow night. Horlick taking on Case. They need a couple of wins to get playoff eligible as well. You could send 5 teams out of this league into the playoffs in 2 weeks.
And Horlick ends the season with this Indian Trail team, and that's a team whom Indian Trail has never defeated.
Our United States Marine Corps game ball presentation, Sergeant Bowler from the South Milwaukee Recruiting Station, presenting our game ball to our referee tonight, Fred Stramp out of Brookfield, and his crew tonight, set to call the infractions this evening. Sabres in the black and gold, Kenosha Indian Trail in the white and black. The Franklin Sabres winning the toss, deferring to the second half. They will kick off. The Hawks will receive to our right. Manny Jones and Josie Rodriguez standing back deep to await the kick. Again, a gorgeous October evening. This is football weather tonight. Very light wind, temperatures in the 40s.
Two teams who like to grind it out on the ground despite running from the spread set. They both like to run the ball first.
On this brand new field turf that was put in during the off season. Some renovations ongoing here. This place was known to unofficially as the Swamp back in the day.
I might have caught malaria here one night. The mosquitoes were big enough to carry you away.
We're set to bring you week 8 of Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Settle in for a good one here tonight. And the opening kick, it'll be a short one on the run. It'll be Rodriguez across the 20. Gets to the 25 and out to the 28-yard line where he is wrapped up there. In on the stop, Tyler Weber for the Franklin Sabres. So the Kenosha Indian Trail Hawks will get their first looks here on offense. Talked about their offense. Lane Oaks, their fine quarterback. He makes it work. 10 touchdowns through the air, 7 touchdowns on the air by air this year. Outstanding offensive line anchored by Larry Morris, the senior. They'll spread him out 3 wide to the right. Oaks will work from the gun. Cameron Bishop, the single back in the backfield. And it'll be Oaks going up the middle with some room out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Gain of about 7 on the play. Lane Oaks, the quarterback.
They're running that read option, and that quarterback is watching how that tackle and how they end crash down. He makes his decision whether he'll give it to the running back or keep it and go upfield himself.
There's the defense, that 3 down lineman accounting for 27 tackle for losses this year. Second and short. And they'll run it through Josh Pritzelfinger, the junior. Will take it out across the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, and that's about it. Setting up 3rd and short. Marcus Grimm, who we featured in the pregame, in on the stop.
Yeah, head coach Lewis Brown very pleased with how his defensive line has developed. The defensive coordinator John Plova has done an outstanding job.
3 wide to the left here on 3rd and short. 3rd and about 2. Oaks will keep it. Oaks will get the first down out to the 42-yard line. That is our first Derzon and Menard first down tonight. Again, this season, first downs with a special meaning. Each first down made, Derzon and Menard will be making a donation to each of our Thursday Night Lights opponents this evening.
Yeah, Oaks is averaging about 5.5 yards per carry this season, so he is the main cog. And obviously Cameron Bishop has had a fine year as well, rushing for 520-some yards himself.
From their own 41-yard line, 1st and 10 for Indian Trail. Just underway here in Franklin. Again, Cameron Bishop, the single back. In motion is Manny Jones. And it'll be Oaks. Going to keep it on the sprint to the right. Wanted to throw, and he's going to be sacked for a loss back at the 33-yard line. In on the stop that time for the Sabres, Casey Davis, the inside linebacker, stayed home here.
Yeah, so far this season, Casey has 7 tackles for a loss coming out from that linebacking position. So you know that he does his reads very well, gets up into the play.
Loss of 8, 2nd and 18 upcoming here for Indian Trail. There's these long downs that running teams need to avoid here. Getting behind on the down marker. Oaks is going to throw. Slant pattern, completes here to the near side. Catch is made by Christian Jones. Jones across the 45, out to the 47-yard line. Christian Jones with the reception.
Yeah, on the year, Lane Oaks has completed a little less than half his passes. His main forte is running, but he's certainly capable. He's thrown 7 touchdown passes this year.
Just the 3rd reception of the year for Jones. One of them a 61-yard touchdown reception a week ago against Case. And again, dumps it out across the 45. And again, a nice catch out there by Manny Jones. And it'll be another Derzon and Menard first down. Able to stay in bounds on that far sideline.
Now that ball was right on the mark as Lane came out on the rollout.
With some rhythm now. 1st and 10 from the Sabre 44-yard line. This time Bishop will get the call. Stuffed at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Cameron Bishop, the senior on the carry, brought down by Grimm.
Marcus has got 8 tackles for a loss. You had mentioned earlier how many tackles for a loss that front 3 is responsible for. They've racked up an unbelievable 26 or something like that so far this season.
2nd and 10. Manny Jones comes in motion near side, and they'll hand it off. Coming around the right side with it is Jones, Christian Jones. Maybe a yard, that's about it. Good job stringing it out. Once again, Tyler Weber in on the stop for the Sabres.
They had a couple injuries in the backfield this last game for Franklin, so they got a couple fellas coming in who are filling in.
3rd and 9. Ball just inside the 44. Sabres showing blitz. Here they come. They pick it up. Oaks heaving near side. Has a man out there. Incomplete. Looking for Christian Jones that time. He was there, but the ball overthrown. Little drag route from that right side of the formation coming across the middle of the field. And so Indian Trail, the drive stalls out near midfield. They will be forced to punt.
Yeah, all last year, Lane Oaks was a defensive back. They had an excellent senior quarterback graduated. Lane stepped in this year, has been doing a fine job, but not quite as proficient of a passer.
Good punt by Oaks. Fair catch signaled for. Ball's loose inside the 15-yard line. And I believe the Sabres have come away with it. Giovanni Flores back there signaling a fair catch. We also have a penalty. They have the interference on the fair catch. We shall see our first penalty of the night. Fred Stramp and his crew tonight.
I thought somebody ran into Giovanni as he was waiting to field that ball. And I think they're trying to decide whether, in fact, there was interference with that possibility for the fair catch.
Let's take one more look. Giovanni signaling right there. Yep, and he was hit. Looked like coming into him that time was Josh Wayan.
Free safety.
And we'll get our call here from Fred Stramp. They call interference on the part of the Sabres, and they will push the ball half the distance inside the 10-yard line. Blocking the back, I believe, was the call. So perhaps Wayand was blocked in the back and shoved into Giovanni. Half the distance, it'll move it inside the 10-yard line. That's where the Sabres will start on offense. Ben Wachter at quarterback, a 6 foot, 160-pound junior. Gavin Beck, keep an eye on him. As they'll hand it off, this is Flores on the jet sweep, has some blocks, gets it across the 10, maybe the 11-yard line with forward progress. Good job by the Hawk defense. Chase Fennell on the stop for Indian Trail.
You can see the quick feet that Flores has, and they want to shake him loose a variety of ways, both receiver and with the running back position.
Pickup of 4, second down, 6 upcoming. And first possession here for the Sabres in a scoreless ball game early first quarter. And Beck will get the fake to Beck. It's Wachter out across the 10, stumbled. The turf monster got him as he got to the 15-yard line.
This turf can actually be a little slippery when it first starts out until you get it to kind of mat down a little bit. It works this. And Wachter, this is only his third game as a starter. They made a change partway through the season. They thought that Ben was going to give him the best opportunity to be successful with their offense.
Third and short here, third and about 1 for Franklin. Ball at their own 15-yard line. They'll work it off the near hash. Gavin Beck, the single back. Walker's going to sneak it, and boy, I don't know. Awfully close there on the quarterback sneak as he got in behind his center, Retz. And boy, they very little, if any, gain there. And they're going to bring the sticks in for a measurement. We take one more look. Good job up front. Good reaction by the defense once Wachter crept in under center.
Yeah, one of the strengths of the Franklin offense is obviously that offensive line. They've got a number of 3-year players, fellows who've been receiving scholarship offers. Brian Beck, Vince Hughes. They also had a situation where they had to take their starting center, Mike Dombrowski, and move him to guard. He broke his hand. And they were going to slide Sam Ritz from tight end into the center. We'll see if that indeed holds true tonight.
3 links shy of a first down. So it'll bring up 4th and inches here. Decision time for Lewis Brown.
No, we've had a couple coaches this year who would gamble, but I think Coach Brown's going to play field position. Certainly doesn't want to give them a chance. They have the short field.
You're going to watch for the fake here as well. And they'll just do the spread punt here. A knuckling kick that will bounce near midfield across the 50. And will roll dead at the Indian Trail, or excuse me, at the Sabre 49-yard line. 34-yard punt at midfield, and that's where the Hawks will take over their second possession. We're just about midway through our first quarter in a scoreless ball game. And again, we talked about it. Mike McKay has not beaten Franklin. That's one on his to-do list when we talked to him on Tuesday.
Right. I mean, the program's only been in existence for 5 years. This is their third year as a varsity team, and they've come a long way. As you pointed out, second year in a row, they're playing for the conference title.
From midfield, a Derzan and Menard 1st and 10 here for the Hawks, and Oakes will keep it. Oakes with some running room. Oakes inside the 45. Nice play by Oakes to sidestep a couple of tacklers before he was finally covered up by Mike Davis.
Once again, watch Mr. Oakes. Good lateral movement, tucks that ball, stretches out.
Stay ahead of the chains here, 2nd down and 4. And this is Bishop. Good burst of speed up the middle inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line. Boy, he hit that hole sharply and got the Derzan and Menard 1st down. Cameron Bishop, a 6-foot, 180-pound senior.
Yeah, he's got that nice burst right through that seam.
Right
Plants
there.
the foot, goes.
1st and 10 for the Hawks. Oakes wants to throw, has time, steps up, delivers, waits, hits. Manny Jones down the sideline. Manny Jones to the end zone. Touchdown, Indian Trail. Manny Jones, a 37-yard reception. And Kenosha Indian Trail on the board, 6-0.
Jones, excellent speed. He was on Indian Trail's 4x2 and 4x400 relay teams that made it to the state meet last year. He's already got 4 touchdowns on the season. You're going to see him do the swinging gate here for their extra point.
What patience here by Oakes to step up and wait. Had just enough time, the offensive line designing. They're going to go for it here for the 2-point conversion. Oakes will leap into the end zone for the 2. Well, we talked to Coach Mike McKay. He was going to put in that swinging gate formation. And we got a penalty flag at the line of scrimmage. Now, did they have enough guys on the line of scrimmage with that formation?
That'll be what the referee, I think the linesman's checking that out right at now, talking with the official.
Yep, that's what we got, illegal formation. Let's see if we can take one more look here. Count them up. Do we have enough on the line? Where did we get movement up here? We got movement. That's what we had. The right guard popped out of his stance. Well, they got to show it anyways. Now they're going to kick it. Oakes will hold. High snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good, just inside the right upright. And we're midway through our first quarter here in Franklin. A 7-0 lead in favor of Kenosha Indian Trail. We'll be back with more Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Blood Moon rising here in Franklin. 7-0 Indian Trail. Manny Jones, 37-yard touchdown reception. His 5th touchdown of the season. And Indian Trail with the early lead. Hey, a reminder, Thursday Night Lights is available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com and click on the Thursday Night Lights link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from our games this season. That's my24milwaukee.com.
Coach McKay may have been lying in the weeds a little bit. He said that Lane was not necessarily a tremendous passer, but you can see he is very adept at that short passing game. Initially, he said he was going to try to run a lot of bubble screens and little swing passes, but he's hit those crossing patterns. Done an excellent job so far, got him the lead.
Brad Close will kick this one away for Indian Trail. And this will go to Flores just across his own 10. Near sideline 25-30, has the seam. Manny Flores out to midfield. 35-yard return for Flores out to midfield, and the Sabres in good field position. It was Brad Close who brought him down, saved the touchdown. Close got in there to stuff him just as he was about to cut it at the hash mark. So Sabres respond here, trailing 7-0. Wachter will work from the gun. He'll hand it off. Beck with some running room. Beck into Indian Trail territory. 9-yard pickup before he stacked up and turned away shy of the 40. Led by Andrew Masters, the strong safety.
Now you can see what a strong runner Gavin Beck is. He's rushed for 639 yards so far this season. He scored 10 touchdowns.
2nd and 1. Beck will remain in the backfield. Alex Henry along with Giovanni Flores. Flores lined up in a slot to the left side. Beck gets the call, met in the backfield and driven down. And Aston Langley was in on that stop. His 5th tackle for a loss this season. As we go downstairs, our first sideline report from Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, over on the Indian Trail side, obviously offensively, defensively, coach is very happy. Here on the Franklin side, defensive coaches a little bit concerned with the pace that Indian Trail is bringing to them. I don't think they expected that a little quicker than they thought.
Some good points there. 1-yard loss, 3rd and about 2 here. They'll run the option, the pitch back to Beck. Beck dives forward, close to a first down. Was brought down by Josh Wayan, the junior free safety, very close to a first down. And it is indeed a Derzana Menard first down for the Sabres, just to the marker that time, to the 40-yard line.
Franklin has a big weight advantage in that front line compared to Indian Trail Hawks, and I think they'll try to take advantage of that if they can.
From the Hawks' 40-yard line, quick pass to Giovanni Flores. Flores has some blocks and then has run into a wall at the 35-yard line and driven out there. Looked like it was Wayand again in on the stop that time for Indian Trail.
Strong possibility that time is we can't see the start of the play. The quarterback and the wide receiver exchange a signal. I think based on that defensive formation, they thought they'd have a chance to run that bubble screen.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for the Sabres. Ball at the 35 of Kenosha Indian Trail. 7-0 Hawks lead. Wachter rolling left, going to pitch it out, complete far side. Nice pitch and catch that time. That was Alex Henry, 17, the senior, his 7th reception of the season. Run out by Chase Fennell. They mark him out at the 27. Pickup of 8 on the play. Derzana Menard first down at the Indian Trail 27-yard line. Latter stages, first quarter. Trips here to the near side. They'll play fake to Beck. They'll come back over the middle, and it's caught inside the 5 and down at the 4. Forward progress halted there. Gage Kelch with the reception. 1st and goal, Franklin.
They have a very capable quartet of wide receivers with Kelch and Flores and Henry and Haas.
Right in the seam of that zone, behind the linebackers, in front of the defensive backs. 1st and goal from the 4 for the Franklin Sabres. Beck will line up in the backfield. Kelch split left. Giovanni Flores to the right, and it's going to be Beck. Beck spinning inside the 2, moving the pile forward. Penalty marker thrown into the pile that time as he was brought down short of the goal line. Wayand right there, Wayand I should say, right there, and we saw the flag come in just as Beck was about to hit the turf. It's a holding call, a costly penalty here to the Sabres.
You know, that right side of the Franklin offense, you see big number 62, Brian Beck, 6'6", 271 pounds. And I don't know if Mr. Beck might have been guilty of the hold.
Might be the center, 73 Retz. Let's see. Looked like he had him locked up, got a hand to the outside of his man. Got that right hand out on the shoulder pads that time.
And that's the young man they moved from tight end after Dombrowski broke his hand. So now he's filling in at center.
So this will be a 1st and goal this time. From the spot of the foul, so they'll mark it at the 12-yard line. Giovanni Flores in motion. This time they'll give it to Beck. He's met in the backfield and driven back for a loss back to the 15-yard line. In on the stop, 52, Jake Seimer. And we got a late penalty marker thrown. We may have an excessive celebration penalty here. Let's see. Good job. Another tackle for a loss as the officials discuss this flag. Wash back to the 15-yard line. I think it's going to be a penalty here against the Indian Trail. It's a personal foul call here against the Hawks. And I'm not sure if it was for the celebration after the tackle, but it does not involve a first down. They'll go half the distance to the goal. It'll be 2nd and goal for Franklin. Clock rolling, 2:10 to go here in our 1st quarter. This time they'll move back into the backfield here. And they'll get it inside the 5-yard line. Again, Seimer and Langley in on the stop. Time they were going with their bigger package here on 3rd and goal from the just inside the 5-yard line. Flores lined up in a slot to the right. Beck in the backfield. Walker rolling right, wants to throw. Pitches it out, had a man there, and it went through his hands. Incomplete. Was looking for Giovanni Flores. You don't see that happen very often, a pass going through the hands of Giovanni Flores.
No, and a little surprise. One of the things that Coach Brown had mentioned that they had as a possibility of a package was they would bring in Gavin Devine from their defense and put him into the backfield, get kind of a jumbo package. But that might be something we'll see a little bit later in the game.
This will be a 21-yard field goal attempt. Nate Ginrich on to give it a try here. Good snap, ball down, kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Important the Sabres answer with points. They do. They get the 3 points. That holding call costly on 1st and goal inside the 5.
Right, those are, those little mistakes. They can come back by the end of the game and haunt you.
7-3 our score here. It's senior night tonight here at Franklin, and kind of a tradition that they have here is have the posters hanging up on the bleachers as you walk in here to Sullivan Stadium tonight. They had those pictures, almost action posters. Right now, though, let's head downstairs, and Kara has a very special guest.
I've got Christy Knack here with the Franklin Gridiron Club. Thank you for being here, you guys. Can you tell me about why you're here?
We are raising awareness for juvenile diabetes. One of our players' sisters, Kaylee, actually, and Sean as well, are diagnosed with diabetes, and it's a tough road for these kids, and we want everybody to know that the community supports them, and we're behind them, and we're going to help them through this.
That's wonderful. And you guys just completed the JDRF Walk for Diabetes. If you guys are interested, there's a walk on October 18th with the American Diabetes Association. For more information, go to www.diabetes.org/StepOutMilwaukee.
Kara, thank you very much. Josie Rodriguez on the return, out across the 30-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indian Trail Hawks. Going back to what we talked about earlier, the senior night tradition here where they got the posters up on the bleachers. There you go. Action photos of those seniors from during the season to honor their senior class. Bishop will get the call here on first down. No gain, stuffed trying to go the right side.
Bishop's a young man who's got a rather interesting story this summer. His father was stricken with a heart attack, unfortunately did not survive. 2 days later, he was back in the weight room working out, saying he needed to find something. Team has rallied around him. You know, they really have made him find his other part of his family this year.
Oaks trying to find Manny Jones, unable to connect there, and it goes incomplete. Well, for all of the info on the green and gold, including special guests, players, and more, watch Locker Room. That's Tuesday nights at 6:30 on My Place for Sports, My 24. Quickly, 3rd and long now for Indian Trail. 3rd and 9. Oaks with time. Delivers. Man open. Could not come up with it. Manny Jones. Pass through his hands. Incomplete.
Really a shame for Indian Trail. They were getting excellent pass protection there. A nice cup formed around the quarterback. Just couldn't make the connection.
Excellent toss. Got out there, and Manny Jones knows he should have had that catch. That would have been the first down. Clock stopped, 48 seconds to play. Oaks set to punt this one away. Giovanni Flores, little spread punt, able to get away from the rush. And the ball will roll dead inside the 31-yard line.
I think there might have been a first touching up near the 40. I think the
exactly,
referee is marking that.
The back judge had that one pegged all the way, so they've got that at the 40-yard line. Well, 38 seconds to go here in the quarter. You've got a good field position. Trailing 7-3. See how Lewis Brown wants to play it here in the waning seconds of this first quarter. They'll go trips here to the near side. Wachter going to pitch back to Gavin Beck. Beck out across the 40. 45-50. Gavin Beck down the near sideline and out of bounds, short of the 36-yard line of Indian Trail.
If they do a replay of that play, they're going to see number 11, the wide receiver, Andrew Haas, do an excellent block, pinning his man inside. There it is right there. Open the gates for Beck to get to the outside.
Chased down from behind by Brad Close. Derzon and Menard first down at the Hawk 37-yard line. Two by either side. Wachter wants to set up the screen and does to Beck. Beck with some running room. Beck inside the 30. Beck is inside the 20. Beck inside the 5 and out of bounds there. Gavin Beck on the screen pass, as they had that set up beautifully that time. Once he got that ball over the wave of defenders coming through, Gavin Beck, plenty of green space down that far sideline.
As a defensive coach, you always told your players, if suddenly you find yourself that free, you better stop in your tracks and see what was developing behind you.
And that will end our first quarter here in Franklin. The Sabres facing a 1st and goal at the 5 when we return for second quarter play. Indian Trail on top of the Sabres 7-3. Thursday Night Lights on My 24. A 31-yard screen pass down to the 6-yard line, and the Sabres facing 1st and goal to start our second quarter, trailing by 4.
Screen pass, an excellent weapon. I know that's something the Green Bay Packers like to get back in their offense. A couple of years ago, they were one of the finest teams in the league with this. You can see how well it's set up Franklin.
Beck in the backfield behind Wachter. They'll send Flores in motion. It'll be Flores on the jet sweep, coming around the right side, gets a block, cuts it at the hash mark. Touchdown, Franklin. Giovanni Flores, the jet sweep from left to right. And the Sabres take their first lead tonight.
Makes a nice little dip inside, takes it back outside.
And the try for the extra point is up and through. 10-7, Franklin on top of Indian Trail. And once again, we head downstairs to Kara.
Thanks, guys. I've got Sergeant Buller with the United States Marine Corps down here. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Now, why did you join the Marines?
I actually joined the Marine out of California, believe it or not. And I joined for the direction and essentially being physically fit, going after a career, and reaping the benefits for it.
And now, why would you say it's important to get involved with youth sports prior to joining the Marines?
Well, again, I believe that being in youth sports now, it builds that camaraderie, that teamship, and kind of driving to success as a team. And it's really important for the youth, I think.
Well, thank you again very much for being here tonight.
All right, thank you.
And back to you guys.
Kara, thank you very much. Sergeant Bowler was our presenter of the game ball tonight for the Marine Corps. Out of that South Milwaukee recruiting station, and with the last name of Bowler, that might get you in free at the arcade down there,
Right.
don't you know?
Minneapolis, Milwaukee, all those Midwest cities, he'd be a welcome addition.
The old South Milwaukee arcade. There's probably 18,000 people who don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, we know where you spent your youth now.
And once again, Rodriguez across the 20 at 25 and stood up and dropped at the 27-yard line. So good field position once again here. Before we get this snap off here, let's head down to Mike McGivern.
So guys, on the defensive end, boys from Franklin feeling pretty good. Offensively, they think they want to pick up the pace yet a little bit more here before the end of the half. And I'm telling you, they've got one or two big plays in them yet.
Bad snap. Oaks flags it down. He'll get it downfield. The man was there, and it goes incomplete. Caleb Hamill standing downfield. That's a set play. Oaks has talked about this as when they've had the bad snaps. This is third game in a row they've had problems. I believe it was last week against Case they were able to complete a 60-yard pass off of something like that. And they nearly pulled it off the second week in a row.
Right, they're not trying to deceive the other team, but they've made sure they know exactly what to do if that mistake comes up.
Oaks has told his receivers, just go downfield, I'll find you. 2nd and 10. Bishop busts his way across the 30 out to the 34-yard line. Good strong run by Cameron Bishop. I like when he hits that hole. He plants that foot and he goes.
Takes it up there. They got Jake Simar, one of the only two-way players at center, number 52, helping to lead the way.
One of those grapplers.
Yes.
They make good offensive linemen. Oaks on 3rd down will swing it out. Completes the pass short of the first down. Going to Manny Jones that time. Going to be short of the first down by a couple of yards, and the punting unit coming on for Indian Trail.
Indian Trail has to be careful here. The momentum has really swung back to Franklin, and they need this defensive stop to come up and make sure that they don't let Franklin get the big lead going into the early second quarter.
Oaks, high snap, gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line by Flores. Good field position here for the Sabres from their own 32. Well, all season long, Mike and Kara have the opportunity to talk with sponsors, coaches, and other guests down on the sideline, letting you know about the great things going on in the great communities we visit, such as Franklin near tonight. Our sideline reports are being brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards.
Looks like Mike Dombrowski, the young man who broke his hand, hasn't been playing at all tonight. They've got number 71 in at that right guard, Evi Zepashoti, along with those fine seniors that anchor that line.
Flores in motion. They'll fake to him. They'll give it to Beck, tripped up at the line of scrimmage. He may have gotten a yard. Once again, Langley there for the Hawks.
Langley is really the only defensive lineman for them that's got bulk to him. He's 6'2", 275. They got a 170-pounder, a 215, and a 230. So Franklin, as we mentioned earlier, really outweighs them.
2nd and 8. Play fake, the pump and go, and it's underthrown. Incomplete, looking for Alex Henry. Out there in coverage, Chase Fennell.
And he was very good position. They got a little shoulder fake by the quarterback, but they didn't bite on that, and they stayed in their coverage.
Ball might have just slipped out of his hands. The ball is slick on a cool night like tonight. So 3rd and long now, 3rd and 8 for the Sabres. Those are the football at their own 35-yard line. Wachter, deep drop, comes back near side, ball tipped, and it goes incomplete. Getting his fingers on it that time for the Indian Trail Hawks. That was Ulysses Morales, a sophomore out there at the nickel back. I think got his hand on that to knock it away. Actually, it was the receiver, Flores, I think, who got the left hand up there and couldn't gather it in. Great job with our cameras tonight on the replays. Great crew all season long here on Thursday Night Lights. Some fantastic shots. So go with the spread punt. And Wachter will get it away. Indian Trail will get away from it. It'll roll inside the 25. And will roll dead at the Indian Trail 22-yard line. 9:40 to go here in the half. And a good ball game tonight. 10-7, Franklin on top of the Hawks.
Yeah, Franklin employing that rugby-style kick. You know, you're seeing a number of teams going to that. Right away, it gives that punter the opportunity to be a runner if he sees it develop.
Well, we've mentioned that all season long, Durzan and Menard has been making donations to our Thursday Night Lights teams for each first down made during our telecasts. And before the game, Bob Menard had a chance to meet the athletic directors from Franklin and Indian Trail. We'll have a chance to talk to Alan Durzan coming up during our American Family Insurance halftime report. Not much there at all on first down. Bishop got to the line of scrimmage, and that was it before he was driven back. Grimm once again there for the Sabres. 2nd and 9. Oaks working from the gun. Has time. Now cuts it upfield. Now circles back, still on his feet. Dances away from one and another. Gets it downfield and completes the pass for the first down. Out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Once again, Manny Jones in on the reception. Oaks able to stay with it here in the backfield.
He's kind of doing a Houdini act back there.
Avoided, what, 3 different tackles. Nearly went across the line of scrimmage, backed it off. That's poise. Oaks again. Wants the home run. Man out there, and it falls up short. Jeremy Stouffer, the intended receiver, down the near sideline. It was Tyler Weber back there on the coverage. 2nd and 10. Well, if anything, that's going to open some things up, I think, later on for Indian Trail.
Yeah, he's already passed a little bit more than we would have anticipated.
This is Jones on their version of the jet sweep. Jones up the middle across the 40 out to the 43-yard line. Manny Jones, a state track from a year ago. 4-by, the 2-by.
Two teams very similar to each other. The jet sweeps, the quarterback doing the read.
3rd and 3. Oaks will keep it left side. Not going to get the first down. A stout Sabre defense turns him away near the 45-yard line. Ryan Simmons, the junior inside linebacker, right there. Able to catch him and turn him back. Be short by a yard. 4th and 1. Hawks will go for it here from their own 46-yard line. Low snap. Bishop will pick it up. Bishop will be stopped. Second time tonight they've had trouble on that center quarterback exchange. As we take one more look, the ball snapped low. Bishop had the presence of mind to pick it up, but by that point, that Sabre defense able to close for the tackle for a loss.
This is one of those turning points. The Indian Trail offense has been stymied now since that opening drive.
So Sabres will get it on downs at the Hawk 45-yard line. 3 here to the near side. They'll run a little option. Wachter will keep it. He is belted as he got across the line of scrimmage. Brian Roach, the junior, heart of that Hawk defense in on that stop.
Right, Aston Langley got stuck out there trying to cover the quarterback, and that's a tough job when you're 275 pounds, not quite as nimble as perhaps a defensive end might be.
Pick up a 3, 2nd and 7. Wachter will tuck it up. Wachter with some running room. And he gets it inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Chased down from behind by Alex Parmentier.
Yeah, good closing speed. It looked like he was going to get much more on that play, and Alex came up, filled, and brought him down.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 3 here for the Sabres. Need to get it to the 35 for the first down, taking some time here in the huddle. Kelch split to the right side. And we're going to get a timeout taken here by Lewis Brown.
Yeah,
Timeout Sabres here.
Coach Brown could see the officials starting to count off those last 5 seconds. They were trying to signal the play in, and they somewhere along the line things were getting a little balled up, reading the call.
So Franklin with a timeout here, leading by 3. Good crowd on hand tonight, as always, for a Thursday Night Lights game. Let's head downstairs once again, and Kara.
Thank you very much, guys. I've got Dr. Steve Katz, Superintendent with Franklin Public Schools. Thank you very much for being here with us. Now, you guys have a beautiful field here, and it took a lot of work to get it here. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, last year we started this project in August just by having a meeting together to see if it was even feasible to do it. We got some community members together, and pretty soon one thing led to another, and we were able to raise some significant funds to get it going. Our goal was to just get the field done, but now we're expanding that into the track, into softball, and so on and so forth, so we're very fortunate.
Coming out of the timeout. Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for having us then.
Oh, it's a great time to have you here, and it's a great night for football.
And back to you guys.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Dr. Patch, as Gavin Beck picks up the Drazana Menard first down to the 32-yard line. Yeah, one of the quirks of this stadium that they're going to correct, they've got a cell tower right in the middle of the track, and that's probably with the lane I'd run in, lane 5.
I was going to say lane 5. It's a little tough as you go around that curve, but makes for a tough runner.
1st and 10 for the Sabres. Rolling through the midway point of our second quarter, they lead by 3. And Beck picks his way left side inside the 25. Beck still on his feet. Rolled down from behind at the 15-yard line. Nice run by Gavin Beck as he made that cut to the outside, had a running lane, and took advantage of that.
You can see that Franklin offensive line starting to take over that line of scrimmage. And that was one of the things that Coach McKay feared, was that big, strong offense. There's the tower.
Lane 5. John, go run lane 5. That's the track coach would have told me to. You know that. 1st and 10, another Drazana Menard first down here for the Sabres. Beck again gets the call up the middle. Beck into the end zone, touchdown Franklin.
It's a quick trap. You'll see that guard pull, split open right in the middle.
One more look.
Guard crosses through, kicks out. Center gets his block. Beck right through.
So Franklin, after a slow start, has picked it up here. They will get the extra point attempt. Snap, spot, the kick by Genrich is up, and it is good. 17-7. Franklin on top, 17 unanswered here midway through our second quarter.
A little earlier in the year, Coach McKay talked about a stretch where they were outscored 56-0 going through 3 games. And all of a sudden, during the Oak Creek game, they started coming back. And that started them up there with swing. One of their losses this year is to the #1 ranked team down in Northern Illinois, Stevenson. They got tripped up with Kenosha Bradford, one of those games you say, geez, we should have probably won that. But they've rebounded well, the couple big wins. Tonight is critical, and now they've got to respond.
Gavin Beck's touchdown makes it a 10-point ball game. Back with more from Franklin. Thursday Night Lights on My 24.
Tried to get Marquette.
17-7, Franklin on top of Indian Trail. 17 unanswered for the Sabres.
Yeah, the Hawks need to come downfield, at least get a field goal, try to close this to a 1-touchdown game. So, critical series for the Hawks.
Be a short kick. It'll bounce and picked up across the 25, 30. Lowers his head out to the 41-yard line. Bishop with a nice return out to his own 41-yard line. A break there for the Hawks as they'll set it up 1st and 10 at their own 41. Once again, Uncle Muko, Mike McGivern.
Hey, boys, on the Kenosha Indian Trail side, they're asking the quarterbacks, just slow down a little bit. Relax, slow down, and make plays. He said, look, you've been making plays for us all year. Continue to make plays tonight, but you need to just relax, slow down, and make sure that you take care of the ball.
Mike, thank you. We've got a penalty, I believe. Let's see. They want to readjust the clock, I believe. So they put some time back on the clock. That was what their delay is here. So for the Hawks, a Derzana Menard first down at their own 41-yard line to start this drive. Lane Oaks at quarterback. 3 receivers here to the right. They'll fake to Bishop. Oaks will keep it, and he's met in the backfield and thrown for a loss back at the 40-yard line. They have lost a yard. Oaks trying to battle through Marcus Grimm, another tackle for a loss, his second tonight. Second down, we'll call it 10. They'll toss to Bishop, coming right side with some running room. Bishop to the near sideline and out of bounds. They'll mark him in just shy of the 45. Drew Reinick, the junior, able to make the tackle. Reinick, reserve inside linebacker for the Sabres, in on this series. 3rd and long now for the Hawks. Under 5 minutes to go here in the half. Oaks wants to throw. On the run, dumps it out, and it's caught near the first down marker. Nice diving catch that time. Christian Jones with the reception. Take one more look.
Yeah, they really needed to get that first down.
Nice tumbling catch for the Derzana Menard first down at the Sabre 48-yard line. 1st and 10, Indian Trail. 3 receivers to the left here for the Hawks. Play action fake to Bishop. Oaks going over the middle, man there, caught at the 15, inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. Christian Jones coming into this game, only 2 receptions on the year. He's had 3 tonight, sets up the Hawks 1st and goal.
Right, that was that shot in the arm Indian Trail really needed. Nice throw. Had that guy out there.
Able to get behind Mike Davis, the corner. 1st and goal. Bishop bangs his way inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. The Hawks going quick. They've got confusion. They'll snap it, and that'll be either 12 men on the field
for Franklin.
Mike McKay going to the hurry up here.
Yeah, one of the things that's happened a little bit, Franklin, instead of doing that 3 front, has been playing a 4 front. They've been taking one of their linebackers, number 30, Latron Kirk-Spewer, put him down And I don't know whether they thought they were getting an advantage. Maybe they're getting a little outnumbered now in that defensive backfield with some of their coverages. Indian Trail has responded very nicely here to what happened before, previous quarter.
Illegal substitution, and we're trying to get players in and out as the Hawks snap that ball, so to go half the distance to the goal, down to the 1 yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Oaks will keep it. Down he goes. Back near the 10-yard line. Ben McCarthy in there for the Sabres, the junior.
Now McCarthy alternates at that inside linebacker position. He's already got 33 tackles on the year.
Spotted back near the 6. It'll be 3rd and goal from there, a loss of 5. Jones in motion. They'll give it to Jones. Inside the 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Indian Trail. Manny Jones. Second one tonight. Great second effort there to get that ball through the plane to fight through the tackle.
Swinging gate once again.
Kick for the extra point is up, and it is good. Kick by Close cuts it to a 3-point ball game as we take another look at the Manny Jones touchdown, his second tonight.
Yeah, Indian Trail did a nice job. The front line screening their players off gave Manny that spot where he could cut right up.
Christian Jones with 2 clutch catches on this drive. The one for first down very early on the first part of this drive that kept this drive moving here for Indian Trail.
Right, that's the response they had to have so that the game wasn't going to get totally swung with Franklin getting the upper hand.
So Manny Jones, a 37-yard touchdown. This one from 6 yards out. As you get a look at Mike McKay. Again, 5 years now with the program, 3 years as varsity program, and again, try and put that in perspective. I mean, he grew this program out of a JV for 2 years, then went varsity into the Southeast Conference.
Now, it was interesting, that group that he had wound up playing Marquette in one of those X+1 games. The very next year, both of them are back in the playoffs. Kind of a testament to what hard work can accomplish for you.
Left-footed boot will skip to Giovanni Flores. Flores breaks it outside at the 25. Flores across the 30 out to the 31. Giovanni Flores with another good run. And so the Sabres with a Derzana Menard first down to start this drive. Well, it's a college football triple header Saturday on My-24. That's right, 3 games. The action from the gridiron kicks off at 11. Duke taking on 22nd ranked Georgia Tech in the ACC game of the week. My-24 is my place for sports, followed by North Texas, Alabama, Birmingham, and then Old Dominion. Or as Mike Ditka would say, Old Dominion. From the 31, 1st and 10 Sabres. 2 timeouts remaining here. Wachter with time, comes back near side. Flores with running room. Flores to the 45 to midfield. Giovanni Flores with a nice gain of 18 yards and a 1st and 10. A Derzana Menard first down for Flores. Brian Roach brought him down.
Yeah, they're dragging Flores all the way across the formation there. He breaks free of the linebackers. He's wide open out in the flat.
From midfield, Wachter being chased, flush to his right, dumps it down right side, and it is nearly picked off and dropped incomplete. Great defensive play by Wyand. Nearly had that ball picked off, actually had it in his hands, and as he hit the turf, lost control of it. Josh Wyand, as we take one more look. Right there, jumped the route.
Closed on that very well. Coach McKay was effusive in his praise for Josh Wyand. Sees him as the real leader. He has 3 picks so far this year.
Ozzie, the intended receiver that time. 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Beck. Picks his way left side. Beck breaks a tackle. Beck inside the 40 and ridden down out of bounds. Going for the ride that time for Indian Trail, Josie Rodriguez.
Yeah, Gavin Beck at 172 pounds runs much harder than you think a 172-pounder might go.
Over 700 yards rushing now for Beck on the year. We were there that first game. Remember Coach Brown saying he could have a pretty good year. Could be somebody to keep an eye on. Beck gets the call again. Trying to get to the left side. Good job stringing that one out by the defense. Very close to a first down. And it is a Derzana Menard first down for the Sabres. Clock stopped, 2:40 to go. 2 timeouts remaining for Franklin.
You've got Alex Farmatier out at that end at 170 pounds, and he's lining up opposite Vince Hughes, 6'6", 260. You know, he's trying to use his quickness to get outside, but at a certain point, that line can begin to wear you down. And that's when Beck can take advantage of the seam that's going to appear.
They'll go trips to the right side. Penalty markers down. Wachter under pressure, and down he'll go. Back at the 47-yard line. Look like Parmentier and Roach out there defensively. Now the question is if this foul's on the Sabres. I think if you're Indian Trail, you're going to decline it. They might not have had enough on the line of scrimmage. That trips formation.
Yeah, Roach is kind of the heart of their defense. He makes all of their calls. He's got 60 total tackles on the year, 4 tackles for a loss. That one came at the ideal time for Indian Trail. Seem to be having a little technical difficulty with their official with that mic.
Fred Stramp, our ref.
Illegal motion on the offense. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
So they'll decline the penalty and bring up 2nd down and long here for the Sabres. 2nd and 19. Wachter will empty it out. 5 receivers going out with time. Wachter going back over the middle. Flores again had it and dropped it. 2nd time tonight the pass has gone through Giovanni Flores.
Yeah, he's made some nice catches and runs, but you know, there's that time you've got to pull that ball in. I'm sure he'd love to have this one back.
In stride and right in front of Chase Fennell and Mike Capodarco, inside linebacker for the Hawks. 3rd and 19 now for the Sabres.
Right now, I imagine the defensive coaches yelling screen and draw, warning their guys.
They run the pitch back to Gavin. Beck still on his feet. Beck breaking tackles inside the 30, close to another first down. He'll pick up the first down at the 26-yard line. A 23-yard run on a little option play to Gavin Beck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5.
You know, there's a lot of those so-called measurables, height, weight. There are the immeasurables a kid's heart, and that's what Beck demonstrated there.
Under 2 minutes to go. Franklin driving here. 1st and 10 from the Hawk 27. Go back over the middle, and it's nearly picked off again. Incomplete. Josh Wayand. I'll tell you what, we talked to Coach McKay. He talks about his free safety. He always knows where that ball is going. He reads the quarterback very well.
Right, he's got the eye for the ball.
Always seems to know what lane and breaks on that ball as the quarterback is in the middle of his windup. 2nd and 10. Ball at the Hawk 26-yard line. Wachter on the draw, has some running room. Wachter inside the 20, down to the 14-yard line. Very close to another Derzana Menard first down. It is a first down by Wachter.
Yeah, Roach came up, made a nice tackle, but he'd already broken through that line of scrimmage, gotten upfield.
Well, you're the Sabres here. You want to got 2 timeouts here, so you've got a chance to run this clock down a little bit more. Wachter with plenty of time will deliver into the end zone. Ball deflected and incomplete. Good play that time on the defense, looking for Hassi in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, guess who?
Yep.
Mr. Josh Wayan once again with excellent coverage.
Just a junior, 5'11", 170, and making a name for himself this season.
Yeah, Eric Murray pointed out 8 of the 11 defenders for Indian Trail are underclassmen. And this is a group that's come along. They graduated a number of seniors last year's team.
2nd and 10. Gavin Beck inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Gavin Beck.
Second time they went to that quick trap. Yes, if they'll get a replay of that, you'll see that guard pull, and I got that seam. There's the kick.
Just enough down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal from the 3. As I said, now they've got some time to milk the clock here a little bit.
And that 3rd down run from Beck was huge in this drive.
It's time to roll the big man out into the backfield, Devine. And it's going to be Wachter trying to get the edge. Nowhere to go. Looked like it was not down. Penalty marker thrown before he got into the end zone. It was Wachter on the carry. Penalty flag at the goal line.
Be interesting to see what this call happens to be. Earlier in the game, we mentioned that they had this special goal line package, bringing in one of their defensive linemen, Gavin Devine, 6'4", 225, kind of lead the way.
We're talking to Franklin. We'll get the call here from Fred Stramp.
You got aiding the runner on the offense, 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, remains 1st down.
In all my years of football, Coach Kelly, I've never seen that call, aiding the runner. It's in the rule book, but I have never seen that thing called.
There he is.
Yep, right there. You're right. But
now I heard the explanation in one of the college games last week that you can push the runner from behind, but you cannot pull him. Now maybe the high school rule is a little bit different. Didn't always understand what officials did.
5-yard penalty. We'll move them back. Beck picking his way, tries to cut it back left side. Beck breaks a tackle, back into the end zone. Touchdown, Franklin. 2nd touchdown of the night for Gavin Beck.
I tell you who aids Gavin Beck's runs, Gavin Beck. Yeah. He is an unbelievably hard-nosed runner.
Oh, downhill with the shoulder lean. Lower center of gravity and punches it in. 2nd score tonight for Beck. Franklin back up by 9. A high snap for the extra point, and it is up and through. 10-point lead here for Franklin once again, 24-14. But Indian Trail has that quick strike capability as well. They have 3 timeouts remaining here with 44 seconds left.
You know, you have to tip your hat to Franklin. Indian Trail had gained a little of the momentum back, and Franklin responded once again, kind of riding on the shoulders of Gavin Beck. Couple of critical first down runs on a 3rd down situation, and then down on the goal line takes it in.
Sundays at 8 a.m. and again at 8 p.m. Tune into the Faith in the Zone on Sports Radio 105.7 FM The Fan. Mike McGivern and Pastor Ken Keltner will be talking with men and women in and around the world of sports as they discuss faith and how it has affected their lives, both professionally and personally. Faith in the Zone. That's Sundays at 8 on Sports Radio 105.7 FM The Fan. Well, that big 3rd down, 3rd and 19, and they were able to pick up that 1st down, and Beck able to finish off that drive for his 2nd touchdown of the night. And up the far side, Manny Jones gets it across the 27 before he is driven back there. So let's see how Mike McKay plays this one out. You have 3 timeouts, 36 seconds to go. Again, clock stops on the made first down to reset the chain.
We've got Franklin with that 10-point lead now. I don't know whether Coach McKay is going to try to be a little cautious or whether he's going to say, all right, we want to win a title. We're going to go out and go after it, not hold anything back.
He'll go trips to the right side here on 1st and 10. Ball at the 28-yard line. Oaks will hand it off. Bishop trying to get the edge. Bishop across the 30 out to the 34-yard line. And about 5 on the play, make it 6. They'll give him full forward progress out to the 35-yard line. Cameron Bishop. Clock continues to roll here. Indian Trail in a hurry up. Oaks will pitch it out through the hands of Jones, incomplete. Christian Jones, the intended receiver. That will stop the clock with 10 seconds to go here in the half. Sets up a 3rd and about 4.
A little limited on time. I don't know, you want to be careful not to try to throw this quick pass and have it picked off.
3rd and 4. Oaks will keep it up the middle. Oaks moving the pile will get the first down. They'll stop the clock. Reset the chains here, and we'll see if the Hawks want to run one more play here. Looks like they'll take it into the locker room. So our first half comes to an end. Franklin on top by 10. It's the Sabres 24, the Kenosha Indian Trail Hawks 14. Back with our American Family Insurance halftime report right after this on My 24. And again, welcome back to our halftime report brought to you by American Family Insurance. 10-point Franklin lead on top of Kenosha Indian Trail. Well, Kara had an opportunity to talk earlier this week with John Griffiths, the general manager of Menards.
Thanks, guys. I've got John Griffiths, general manager of the Germantown Menards store. We're standing right in front of Menards, and thank you very much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
And we could not be more thrilled to have you a part of the 2014 Thursday Night Lights football series. Can you tell me a little bit about Menards as a company?
Menards has 285 stores. We opened our first retail store in Wisconsin in 1960. We're in 14 Midwest states. Our home office is based right here in Wisconsin in Eau Claire, and we have 12 stores right here in the Milwaukee area.
So obviously we see a lot of customers coming through your doors. We've got moms, dads, and student athletes who also happen to be employees of the store.
Menards has been a proud sponsor of the WIAA for many years. Even Menards stores has several team members throughout the Milwaukee area that are student athletes that work at our stores, so we can certainly understand the teamwork and dedication that they put forth to have success not only here at Menards, but during the football season. So we can really appreciate everything that the community, the families, and teachers help the student athletes with.
And thank you very much for being here. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
We'd like to wish both teams from Franklin and Indian Trail the best tonight, and may the best team win, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.
Thank you. And back to you guys.
John and Kara, thank you so much. The Franklin High School Marching Band on the field here, part of their field performance of the year. Piano Man is their theme. Some selections from Billy Joel. They just had We Didn't Start the Fire, part of their field performance this season. Let's have a listen.
That's the best I can do.
Field performance here at halftime. Salute to Billy and Joel. Let's head downstairs to Kara.
Thank you very much, guys. I've got Sergeant McManus of the United States Army here with me. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
And now, why did you join the Army?
Well, I always wanted to serve my country, and other than that, I always thought that it was something I could be proud of. And when if I had, God willing, I had children, I want them to look up to me. So that's why I joined.
And why would you say it's important to play youth sports before joining the Army?
Well, I think playing youth sports, that's the first place where you learn your work ethic, and you learn discipline, and being a part of a team. It's a lot like being in the Army, so that's why I think it's important to play youth sports growing up. So.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me again. I appreciate it.
And back to you guys upstairs.
Sergeant McManus, we thank you for your service to your country as part of the U.S. Army. Thank you very much, Kara and Sean. 24-14, Franklin on top of Indian Trail. We'll take another break. Back with more after this on My 24. It's the American Family Insurance Halftime Report, brought to you by American Family Insurance. 10-point game, Franklin on top of Kenosha Indian Trail. Time now to introduce you to one of our new sponsors on Thursday Night Lights, the fine folks at Layton State Bank.
Thanks, guys. We're down here in front of Layton State Bank with Brooke, Debbie, Gary, and Vanessa. Thank you guys very much for being here today. Now, Brooke and Debbie, as members of Layton State Bank, can you tell me a little bit about the Layton State Bank Financial Literacy Program?
Sure. So what the program is it makes financial literacy education available for students in our communities. So Layton State Bank has branches in Greendale, West Allis, New Berlin, and in Milwaukee. So we sponsor the EverFi Financial Literacy Program platform. It's an online-based platform that is available in community schools. It's operated by the schools, and it goes through 9 modules where the students learn about financial aid, they learn about rent versus home ownership, they learn the difference between credit cards versus debit cards. We know that by educating our today's students, that we're growing our economy for the future.
And now, Debbie, as branch manager of this location, why do you feel it's important to be a part of the community with the literacy program?
Well, we're truly committed to seeing the students in this community grow, as all the residents in the community. We're here to be a participant, we're a member just like they are, and so we feel if we can give the students this learning tool and help them make these good financial decisions while they're in the classroom, they'll take that education with them going forward, and they'll become responsible adults that we might be doing some lending services or banking services for down the future, and we want to see them develop and be strong, responsible individuals.
So you're seeing an array of customers, but Gary, as one of the high school teachers, you see students all the time. Why is it important to have that literacy program as one of the tools in high school?
Well, we think that it's important because part of the curriculum in economics is personal finance, and it's the kind of the backbone, which was said that every consumer needs to know the very basics of functioning in our society and part of the economy. And so we use Layton State Bank Financial Program as part of the beginning. They go through the very specific courses that are offered, and then when they achieve the scores that they need to achieve, they then get a certificate that says they completed it.
And that's got to be very rewarding for these students. Vanessa, you've actually gone through the program. What kind of values did you learn through this program?
Well, as a senior going into in the college after this year, I learned a lot about FAFSA and saving up and the importance of credit cards and debit cards and all when you're in debt, how it catches up to you in the end, and all the importance of how to live a normal life and how to make sure you're on track with things in the future.
And since the program has started in 2011, how many students would you say that you've been able to reach?
We've reached over 2,000 students, which is pretty unbelievable. And this year we've got 6 schools signed up to participate. So we're really excited about what the next school year has to bring.
So this is obviously a very rewarding and great program for you guys to be a part of. So I thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you.
And now back to you guys.
10-point ball game here tonight in Franklin, a key Southeast Conference matchup. Franklin, the homestanding Sabres, on top of Kenosha Indian Trail, 24-14. Time now for a highlight package brought to you by the U.S. Army. Army strong. How did we get here tonight, Terry?
Well, got to give credit. Indian Trail goes out, grabs that first score. Got momentum on their side. You see the nice run by Cameron Bishop after that throw. Then we see Giovanni Flores dip it inside, take it out, plant the foot, jump into the end zone.
Manny Jones with 2 touchdowns tonight for Indian Trail. How about Gavin Beck tonight?
Well, Gavin Beck, you see him break through here on the nice short trap, bust right up the middle. You couple that with a couple other real strong runs. We're going to see another one, I think, here in just a moment where he gets hit about 3 times, scrambles in.
Our highlights brought to you by the U.S. Army. Army strong, 24-14. Franklin on top of Indian Trail. Take a look at the numbers here this first half. Very close.
Yeah, I think 80 of those 132 yards for the Sabres come from Mr. Beck. Indian Trail has had some decent passing yards, but they haven't gotten their running game going, and that's costing them a little bit because it lets Franklin control the ball.
24-14, third quarter set to come your way next. Thursday Night Lights on My 24.
The American Cancer Society.
24-14, Franklin on top of Kenosha Indian Trail tonight. Again, a thank you to the great folks at Economy Lift Rental for helping bring these great pictures to you tonight. Once again, the scissor lifts for our cameras this season, so for any aerial platform need, rental, sales, or service, call Mike and Sue at Economy Lift Rental or visit them online at economylifts.com at phone number 262-650-1882. Beautiful facility here, Sullivan Stadium, Jerry Marsh Field, brand new field turf, kind of a new configuration. They've got some other plans in the works. Understand they're going to move these bleachers to the other side, get another new set of bleachers, new press box here on this side, a team area over built into the hill, and all kinds of plans in the works here at Franklin.
Right, they're going to have 2 80-yard practice fields up on top of the hill behind the school. Right now they're kind of caught practicing all their players on a little about 60 by 40 yard field right to the side of the school. So I'm sure Coach Brown and his staff very appreciative of the efforts from the community to put this fine facility together.
What's this guy with the Oak Creek doing here?
Oh,
He's
I imagine
lost.
might be watching this game carefully. You never know. They keep running into each other in the playoffs.
Could be. Mike McKay, 3rd season as varsity coach, 5th year in the program, developing this program for Indian Trail. Sabres will get the second half kickoff. Flores picks his way across the 25, reaches the 30, and he'll be stopped there. Forward progress to about the 30-yard line, swarmed under there.
Indian Trail needs to come out, force a 3 and out, get the ball back, drive down the field and score, because if Franklin starts to be able to wear them down even more with that big offensive line, they're going to take total control of the game.
Once again, a reminder, Thursday Night Lights available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com and click on the Thursday Night Lights link. You can find complete game videos and photos from our games all season long. my24milwaukee.com. Dorzan and Menard 1st and 10 here for the Sabres from their own 30-yard line. Wachter at quarterback. They'll turn and give, and they get a nice stop defensively. Beck stopped for a loss, brought down by Brad Close, the junior linebacker for the Hawks. 2nd and 11 upcoming here for the Sabres. You're right, this is probably the key drive right here. If they can get a 3 and out, the Hawks, it's going to perhaps set the tone here for this second half. Flores lined up in a slot here to the near side on 2nd and 11. Back again, the call, and again wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Another loss of 1 on the play.
Now 3rd down is the down that's given Indian Trail a little bit of trouble in that first half. They'd make 2 plays.
One more look here, Brian Roach, the junior. Right there.
Jake Simar helped fill in that hole as well.
3rd and 12 upcoming here for the Sabres, just underway third quarter. Wachter wants to throw with time. Now on the scramble, it breaks down, and down he goes on the sack. Alex Parmentier able to bring him down back at the 20-yard line. A loss of 8 on the play.
6'2", only 170 pounds, but you saw him use his quickness to his advantage there to throw the quarterback Wachter for a loss.
Well, Mike McKay got what he wanted on this first series, negative yardage, forcing a punt. And they'll kick it out of bounds here to the near side. It will stay inbounds across midfield, angled to the sideline, and will roll dead at the Hawk 41-yard line. It went off the side of his foot, and he got the favorable roll from the turf.
Yeah, he got a lot more out of that kick than it looked initially, and but still, Indian Trail comes out here with nice field position, other side of the 40. See what they can do, and if they can put some points up on the board.
Lane Oakes, when he's had time, has looked good throwing the football, and then able to get Jones a couple of times on that jet sweep on the run, along with Cameron Bishop banging up the middle. See what they do here on 1st and 10 from the 41. They'll toss it to Bishop going left. And Bishop across the line of scrimmage and is driven back there. May have gotten a yard. Bishop, a senior, came into the game just under 530 yards on the year. Marcus Grimm there on the stop defensively for Franklin.
Good lateral movement by the Franklin defense that time to keep that gain to a minimum.
Pickup of 1, 2nd and 9. Bishop again going left side, and again Marcus Grimm, first man there. Gain of about 2, maybe 3 on the play for Bishop. Grimm, 5 tackles tonight.
Yeah, Ben Bingham, a 6'4", 285-pound sophomore at guard, was trying to get a good block. They played off of him. Grimm shuffled down that line, made the stop.
3rd and long from the 45. Christian Jones in motion. Low snap again. Oakes losing his footing as a man out there. Makes the catch inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line. Jeremy Stouffer going high to haul that one in.
I'm pretty sure Coach Pleva is not going to be real pleased. The defensive back kind of lost track of where the receiver had gotten to.
40-yard pickup and a first down for the Hawks. Manny Jones in motion. He'll take it on the jet sweep left side. Jones stopped. May have gotten a yard as we head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, talking to Coach McKay at halftime, he said, look, we need to wrap up and we need to tackle and we need to put these guys on the ground with one player. I think they took that at halftime, and certainly in that first drive, they did a nice job with that.
Certainly turned the momentum back in their favor. Oakes on 2nd down, rolling right, throws right, completes to Manny Jones inside the 10, down at the 9-yard line. Jones with the reception, a gain of 6. Tough throw, rolling right, throwing right. Davis there on the stop. Third down for the Hawks. Their first drive, third quarter. They'll pull it back. Oakes with it, and not much there. Ben McCarthy there defensively.
Yeah, Oakes tried to give him a little shake and bake, but Ben McCarthy did an excellent job of holding his ground there and making that key tackle.
It's going to force a field goal attempt here for the Hawks. Brad Close does the place kicking here. They'll spot it at the 18, middle of the field. This will be a 28-yarder. Good snap, ball down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good, just over the crossbar.
He didn't have much room to spare on that, but he's still going to take that 3-point.
Makes it a 7-point ball game here with 7:22 to go here in the third quarter. Important, though, for the Hawks. They got points on that drive.
They got the points, and if they can now get another 3 and out, it'll become a rather intriguing game as it plays out the second half.
But the big play, Stouffer, the 40-yard reception down inside the 15-yard line to set them up for the field goal.
Yeah, pretty much a busted play. Fumbled the snap once again, coming back to him. And then the defensive back, I think, got caught looking into the backfield watching what was going on.
To the sideline we go, and Kara.
Thank you, guys. I've got Sarah Nerdle here, Activities Director for Franklin High School. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for coming.
And now, from what I understand, you guys have had some huge success stories with our youth sports.
We've been doing very well this year. It's a very tough conference. Last year we did win the All Sports Conference Championship, so we're hoping we can do that again this year. And we also had our very first girls golf team win conference this year, as well as regionals, which has never been done here at Franklin High School, so we're very proud of them.
Oh, I'm sure. And now we're looking forward to the rest of the season, obviously, and then basketball coming this spring. So we're super excited about that.
Absolutely. It's going to be a fun year for all of us. We've got some great teams, and we're looking forward to rolling into our next season.
Well, thank you very much for having us tonight.
Thank you for coming.
And back to you guys.
Kara and Sarah, we thank you both. Beck receiving that ground ball kickoff will take it across his own 30. It'll be at the 33-yard line for the Sabres to start this drive.
But imagine as offensive coordinator Jeff Klemp telling the guys, okay, now we have to run some time off the clock, gain yards, get first downs, move down that field.
Their second possession here of this second half. Wachter from the gun. We'll give it to Beck, works the right side, stumbles across the 35 out to the 37-yard line. Good balance that time by Beck as he planted to cut upfield.
Still picks up 4 yards. You get that 4-yard average, you're going to keep moving the chains, and I'm sure that's the kind of the plan here.
Simmer and Roach there defensively on the stop. Pickup of about 5, sets up second, and we'll call it 6 here for the Sabres. Option, they'll pitch it back. First carry of the night here. Taking it there for the Capri King, a 5'6" senior running back. Little change of pace here as they run the option with King.
Got a situation for number 15. That corner has to come up to take that pitch man a little bit quicker. Josie Rodriguez has to get off that block.
They'll empty the backfield. Beck will line up in a slot here to the near side on 3rd and 2. They'll come back near side, complete the pass. Kelch with the catch and the first down. And Derzan and Menard first down to the 47-yard line by Gage Kelch, the junior wide receiver.
Now, Kelch had some big catches in that first game we covered when they played Sussex Hamilton. And once again, they've got a number of fellows who can catch that ball well. So it's a balanced attack. Possibly going to open up the run for him a bit more.
We'd like to thank Derzan and Menard, our first down sponsors all season long on Thursday Night Lights. 1st and 10 for the Sabres. Trips to the right side for Wachter. Steps up under pressure, arm hit, ball in the air, and it is knocked down, incomplete. Wachter's arm was hit. Mike Capodarco nearly had the interception, the junior linebacker for the Hawks.
Looked like a center fielder camped under that and wasn't quite able to adjust his feet well enough and get back there and get to it.
Might have been Nat Caba, I think, who got in there with the deflection. And Capodarco couldn't quite camp underneath that one. 2nd and 10 for the Sabres at their own 47. Again, they'll empty it out. Beck in motion. And they'll run the jet sweep with Beck coming around the right side. Beck gets to midfield and he'll be stopped at the 49 of the Hawks. Josh Wayan, we've called his name quite a bit tonight. 7 tackles tonight for Wayan. He's just getting started.
Right, that was one of those sure tackles they needed to not let the guy get upfield. I think Mike had talked coming out of the half that's something that Coach McKay was stressing.
3rd and 6, right at midfield. Wachter to his left. Still on his feet, comes down the near side looking for Flores, off his fingertips, incomplete. Late penalty marker back at the 46-yard line. Maybe a holding call here, could be a lineman downfield as well.
Right, Flores had kind of slipped up the sideline there. Indian Trail's lucky they didn't make that hookup.
Illegal block here against the Sabres. Take one more look here. Might have been right there, a little shove in the back that dropped the backer in pursuit that time along the line of scrimmage.
Block in the back. On the offense. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
So the Hawks will decline the penalty here, bringing up 4th down. Let's see, we've seen the spread punt look here. Lewis Brown maybe pull this one down and look for a fake. Wachter, who's the quarterback, also does the punting. See what they do. Wachter rolling, and now he'll get rid of it. On the punt, takes a Sabre bounce, skips inside the 5, and they'll get there to down it at the 1. Good job on special teams for Franklin to get down the field and cover that one up. Mike Davis getting down there to down it at the 1. That's where the Hawks will get it when we come back. 24-17, Franklin on top of Indian Trail. Our Thursday Night Lights in Franklin on My 24. From the 1 yard line, Indian Trail actually tried to run a quick play before we could get the timeout, and so they incomplete pass makes it a 2nd and 10 here. From the 1, Oakes will run it up the left side, gives himself some room. Driven back, forward progress out to about the 2, maybe the 3 yard line before Oakes was turned back. So 3rd and long now for Indian Trail.
Now if you put your punter back only 10 to 11 yards, puts a lot of pressure on that young man to get the ball out. So this is a critical down for Indian Trail.
Christian Jones in the backfield. High snap, Oakes comes down with it, going down the field as the man, Manny Jones, with the catch and out of bounds. What a play there to get them out of jail, all the way across the 40-yard line to the 42, a 41-yard pass play. Jones on the reception.
Yeah, there was a pressure throw by Lane Oakes, right on the money.
Just man coverage, and he just got behind the man that time. Bishop trying to go up the middle, out to the 46-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play for Cameron Bishop.
Be interesting to see if that catch by Christian Jones is one of those things that sparks him, just like Beck's run sparked Franklin in the first half.
In the hurry up, 2nd down and 5. Oakes will keep it up the middle. Oakes will get the first down into Franklin territory at the Sabre 47-yard line at Derzan and Menard. First down for Lane Oakes on the ground.
And one of those little ankle breaker cutbacks by Lane Oakes as he planted his foot, faked the guy out, got upfield.
Kobe Knack there on the stop. 1st and 10 from the 47. Play action fake. Oakes now. Scrambling left, steps up, fires, has a man down, Christian Jones, and it's going to be overthrown, incomplete. Out there in coverage, it's Tyler Weber. Trying to cover Christian Jones. Again, the story about Christian Jones, only 2 receptions coming into the game here tonight. One of them a 61-yard touchdown reception against Case a week back. 2nd and 10. Toss. Bishop gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Good job by the Sabre defense to be there and ready. Run down by Casey Davis.
Once again, if you can keep that back running sideways, don't give him a chance to take it upfield, you've done your job defensively. Excellent play by the Franklin defense.
Pickup of 1, 3rd and 9. Late here in the 3rd. Blitz coming. And they'll dump it off. Complete to Christian Jones again. He'll get the first down, dancing his way inside the 40 to the 36-yard line. Christian Jones spinning and running in front of Hudson Miller that time.
2 big 3rd down catches by Christian Jones. helping the Hawks move it upfield.
And he had the 41-yard reception to keep this drive alive, facing 3rd and 10 from the 1-yard line. Oaks again, far side. Defender fell down, pass incomplete. Intended for Caleb Hamill, the senior. Mike Davis again out there in coverage. Again, we head to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, obviously Coach McKay and the staff at Indian Trail really happy with the energy level they've come out with at halftime. Offensive line for Franklin, their coach talking about their pad level. They need to continue to keep their pad level down and start driving people out.
Mike, thank you very much. Bishop on the carry, but this one's coming back for a hold. Might be here on the near side. Right guard Ben Bingham was in the vicinity of that flag.
Yeah, Ben Bingham and Larry Morris both looking at each other, probably hoping it's the other guy guilty of the penalty and not himself. But
chop block there on the Indian Trail Hawks. While they sort this one out, next week watch explosive all-new episodes of The Flash and Arrow for your chance to win tickets to Fantasticon Milwaukee. Watch Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 7 on CW18 TV now. So it'll go as a 15-yard penalty.
Is that a chop block?
It was a chop block call, so 15-yard penalty back to their own 49-yard line. 2nd and long here, 2nd and 25. Oaks under pressure, gets away. Oaks on the scramble, back over the middle. That's a dangerous pass. Late marker down as the pass intended. Back here to the near side. Looking for Chase Fennell in there now on offense. Oaks was hit, driven to the turf. Let's see what we've got here. Fred Stramp and his crew busy tonight. Ineligible downfield. See, do they incomplete? They'll decline, I believe, here. Let's see.
We've got ineligible downfield on the offense. Penalty is declined. 3rd down.
So declined and 3rd down coming up. And let's head to the sideline with Kara.
Thanks, guys. I just wanted to thank another one of our great sponsors, Samson and Delilah Salon, located in Wauwatosa Village. If you want to get in touch with one of their stylists, just go ahead and find them on Facebook at Samson and Delilah Salon. And now back to you guys.
Kara, thank you very much. 3rd and 25 for Indian Trail. Oaks going left side, has a receiver out there, knocked away incomplete. Good defensive stop that time. Knocking that one away, Hudson Miller. We take one more look. Miller able to knock that one away from Caleb Hamill. So the chop block penalty, the killer on this drive for Indian Trail.
Yeah, when Morris and Bingham were talking to each other, I'm pretty sure maybe that's where they got their blocking assignments crossed up. Resulted in the one guy holding the other guy up, and then the other fella came in low.
Oaks gets this one away. Giovanni Flores will signal for and make a fair catch at his own 19-yard line. Late 3rd quarter, a 7-point Franklin lead. Saturday morning from 10 to noon, Wendy's Varsity Blitz High School Coaches Show, presented by your local Pick and Save stores. As Mike McGivern and co-host Joe Cook will have Greg Brasgel from Lake Country Lutheran High School in studio to discuss the Woodland Conference on Milwaukee's new sound for sports. Sports Radio 105.7 FM, The Fan. High fives, I got that right for a 2nd week in a row, everybody.
And I know Uncle Mookie has been practicing that one at home.
On 1st down, they run it out across the 20, out to the 22-yard line. Capri King, his 2nd carry tonight, so trying to save Beck here perhaps for the 4th quarter, give him a little bit of a breather. Sometime they'll go with a 2-back set in the backfield. From the pistol is Wachter. Running option. And he's going to be met and dropped along the line of scrimmage. May have lost a couple.
Excellent job by Indian Trail playing their option responsibilities, keeping that thing going sideways.
Ryan Roach once again. His responsibility there to take down the quarterback, and he did. So 3rd and 9. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Again, 2-back set. Play action fake. Wachter wants to come back near side for the screen, and it goes incomplete. Read well out there by Aston Langley. He knew right away where it was going, and he was ready.
That time, the 275-pounder moved extremely well. He read that quickly, came right out, completely stopped up that screen.
The only senior along that defensive line for Indian Trail. So the Hawk defense will get this one back. Wachter with the kick. Manny Jones will let it hit the turf inside the 40 and will roll dead at the Hawk 37-yard line. We'll stop play here with 22 seconds to go here in our 3rd quarter. An entertaining ball game. A little back and forth here between these two here tonight. Again, the winner an inside track to a conference title with 1 game left. Both teams playoff eligible coming in with 4 wins in conference. They're assured of a winning record in conference, which is part of the criteria for making the state playoffs.
Yeah, now what they're trying to do is get that 1st place seed.
Oaks from his own 37. Bishop bulls his way forward across the 40 out to the 42-yard line. A 5-yard burst for Cameron Bishop. And probably will run out our quarter here. 7-point ball game as we head to the 4th quarter. We'll see here. Indian Trail lining up like they want to run a play, but I think they're going to back off. And they will. A 7-point ball game as we head to the 4th. Franklin on top of Kenosha Indian Trail. Our Thursday Night Lights on My 24. John Weiser, Terry Kelly, Mike McGivern, and Kara back with you. Sullivan Stadium, Jerry Marsh Field in Franklin. 4th quarter, Franklin and Kenosha Indian Trail, our Thursday Night Lights game tonight. 2nd down and 5 for Indian Trail. Oaks pulls it back, keeps it, has some running room. Oaks across midfield, breaks the tackle. Lane Oaks, the quarterback, inside the 30, run down at the 28-yard line. Talk about Houdini.
We had just been talking between the period that Lane Oaks, better known as a runner this year for this team, and we hadn't seen that much opportunity for him yet. There was the big one, helped get the team down into deep into the territory.
The last second pulled it out of the chest of Bishop. Oaks going over the middle. Christian Jones caught. Touchdown, Indian Trail.
Yeah, I think they were going to call interference in number 47 anyway, whether that was a touchdown or not.
Tyler Weber, the defender, but how about the catch by Christian Jones, the junior? 2nd week in a row, he snared a touchdown grab if it stands.
Yeah, he's having quite a night. He's made some key catches for the Hawks. Interesting to see if Coach McKay is ready to gamble here to try to get the lead, or whether he's going to get the tie, and then we'll just see how this thing settles out the rest of this quarter.
We talked about Christian Jones coming in, 2 receptions, a touchdown last week against Case, and he has just lit up Franklin here tonight.
We got pass interference on the defense. That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
So the interference call will be enforced. We'll take one more look here on the touchdown grab by Christian Jones. Right there, just that little hang up, got the jersey. So they will assess the yardage on the kickoff as they will attempt the extra point to try and tie this one up. Snap, spot, kick to the uprights, and it is good, and we are tied at 24. 25 seconds into our fourth quarter.
We knew it was going to be a tight ball game. The two teams are very similar in a number of ways. They both appreciate the importance of the game. The coaches, as we talked to them earlier in the week, they both showed a tremendous amount of respect for their opponents. So these next 11 minutes and a half minutes are going to be extremely interesting.
Well, all season, Mike and Kara have had the opportunity to talk with sponsors, coaches, and other guests down on the sidelines, letting you know about the great things going on in the communities we visit, such as Franklin here tonight. Our sideline reports brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. 4 plays, 63 yards. Christian Jones with the touchdown reception.
Yeah, we had the nice run by Lane Oaks, and then, you know, Lane's not a classic drop back passer, but he's been an effective passer tonight, gotten some key throws off.
Well, with that 15-yard interference penalty, that'll move the kickoff to the 45-yard line of Franklin. Question here, now that you're in this territory, you maybe attempt an onside kick.
Eric Murray, our spotter, suggested that. I don't know if he was the head coach. I don't know if he'd have the courage to call that, see if it goes right. We're real smart up here in the booth. Then the pressure mounts. This would be interesting if they pull it off. Well,
Close will kick it away. Flores from the 5, across the 10, 15, to the 20. Penalty marker down as he's wrestled out of bounds at the 20-yard line. In on the stop, Alex Parmentier on special teams getting down there. He's maybe coming back for a block in the back. We'll see. It's been an ebb and flow ball game. The emotions, the mojo going back and forth.
We've got holding on the return team. Half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul. First down.
So this will pin the Sabres deep in their own territory. They'll spot it inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. Let's see if we can pick it up. Right there. Yep. Got the jersey that time. Sabres and Wachter. The pitch to Beck, coming around the left side. Gavin Beck with some running room. Across the 15, out to the 16-yard line, a gain of about 8.
Yeah, when you talked earlier about the ebb and flow, you know, just when you think one team's going to gain the control of the game, the other team responds. So once again, now the Franklin has had the gauntlet thrown down. We'll see how they come out now.
Well, they ran a couple of times to Caprice King, so now this is Gavin Beck's time, if you will, if they're going to run the football. They'll run the option. They'll pitch it back. Beck coming right at you. Across the 20 and out of bounds near the 22-yard line. Another Durzon and Menard first down for the Sabres. Again, Wayan able to bring him out. That's 9 tackles now on the night for Wayan.
Wow. Yeah, Wachter and Beck, both juniors, I'm sure, as Franklin coaches look at that as a wonderful sign, not only for the present, but for the future.
Now with a little bit of room here on 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Wachter, draw play. Wachter with some room. Across the 30, 35, still on his feet, 40, pulled down from behind at the 41-yard line. 17-yard run on the quarterback draw up the middle, taken down by Josie Rodriguez, who's shaken up. There, trying to pull him down, and got a foot to the face that time. As you look at Mike McKay, going to take a timeout here and talk things over. So Wayan getting a breather here, was taken out just before that snap. We'll see what Mike McKay talking with his defense right now. There you got Lewis Brown with the headset on here, facing you here in this look, the head coach for Franklin. So we head downstairs. Kara with a group of friends.
Thank you very much, guys. I've got Katie and Natalie and other Franklin High School students here, and they're rallying against the fight against cancer and participating in the Relay for Life. Why is this important to you?
Relay is important to me because my mom died of cancer 7 years ago, and everyone knows me been affected by cancer, so it's just a really good cause to bring awareness to.
Of course. And now, when is the Relay for Life?
The Relay for Life is May 22nd this year.
And how much have you guys raised so far?
We raised several hundred tonight at our Coaches versus Cancer game.
That's awesome. Well, you guys are definitely standing for something super important, and we thank you very much for being here. Back to you guys.
Gavin Beck on the scamper and comes down at the 25-yard line. May have got bumped by his own player trying to come down and throw a block. Otherwise, Beck may have got that one to the house.
Yeah, he goes to his left, now cuts all the way back across the field.
Right there. Tap from behind and down he went. Big strong run for Gavin Beck down to the 26-yard line. Flores in motion. Wachter will keep it and wrapped up in the backfield. Nice play, stepping up in the backfield, Jake Simar. The junior, 6'3", 230.
Once again,
5 tackles for him tonight.
Yeah, stayed at home, that zone read. Sometimes you see that defensive end crash down much too hard. Have to understand that you're not going to stop that play going away from you, so it's key that you hold your ground, wait for that quarterback to come back to you.
Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Beck in the backfield, 3 receivers to the left side. They'll toss it to Beck going left. Beck across the line of scrimmage inside the 25 and belted down at the 23.
Beck's got that little jump that he gets in there as he heads out wide. Some people go to a jump stop. Instead, he's got the little hop frog move forward.
Weighing back in, making the stop. Now in double digits on tackles for the evening.
And Beck probably approaching about 125, 130 yards on the evening.
Key play here, 3rd and 7 from the Hawks' 23-yard line. Wachter sprinting out left side, completes to Flores. Inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. A Derzan and Menard first down for Giovanni Flores. He's had a couple of drops here tonight, but comes up with a big 3rd down conversion.
You wonder if it's going to come down to whoever has the ball last is going to win this game.
Nice catch. Chase Spinell finally got him to the turf. From the 14. Trips to the left side with Flores lined up in a slot left. Beck in the backfield, hard count by Wachter. Got them reset. Beck up the middle. Beck inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line. Gavin Beck stopped short of the goal line by Josh Wayand once again for the Hawks. We've got an injured player down for the Kenosha Indian Trail. It's Aston Langley down at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, they can ill afford to lose Langley at 275 pounds. He's the biggest player on that front for Indian Trail.
Training staff talking things over with Langley. Charlie Sheen and the boys have moved to a new home. Don't miss 2.5 Men. Weeknights at 5 and 5:30 right here on Milwaukee's My 24.
Be interesting to see now, can Indian Trail bow up, stop this? However, they have shown, with 8 minutes on the clock right now, if Franklin does go in for a score, Indian Trail has demonstrated that they have the kind of grit to come back and, fight their way back. But I'm sure they're going to want to see if they can find somehow a way to break this momentum.
Langley up and walking off under his own power. That's a good sign. As he'll take it back to the far sideline for Kenosha Indian Trail. Haase in now at a wide receiver, replacing Giovanni Flores.
We'll see if they put Devine into the backfield again. It looks like they
have him out there. He's a tight end on the left side. Lined up in a wing to that left side.
Gives him an extra blocker.
They'll roll him back into the backfield. They'll put Beck in a slot to the right side, and they'll give it to him. Devine bangs his way inside the goal line. Touchdown, Franklin. The big man, the jumbo package, able to finish it off for the Sabres.
Yeah, Coach Brown mentioned that to us at practice. I know we said something about it earlier in the game. He also mentioned that Gavin Devine's a rugby player, and I'm sure he got himself into the middle of that scrum, carried that ball, and just kept going.
Not much to do when you've got a 6'4", 225-pound back. Try for the extra point is up, and it is good. Franklin back up by 7. This has the makings of last one with the ball wins.
All right, now Coach McKay has been proud of his team's resilience and how they can respond to these situations. So now we're in that critical period of the fourth quarter.
Well, week 9 we'll have Indian Trail taking on Horlick. Franklin will be at Racine Park.
Obviously, I think Franklin be a big favorite against Park. Racine Horlick has been kind of a nemesis for Indian Trail, so I'm sure they'd rather the Hawks would rather grab the win tonight. But I'm sure Franklin's going to have something to say about that.
Again, some big ball games in this conference tomorrow. Bradford at Oak Creek. Bradford's got to win out to get playoff eligible. Horlick is playing Case tomorrow night. Horlick needs a couple of wins to get playoff eligible.
All right, we could have 5 teams out of this conference, 4 teams out of the conference. It's all going to be determined.
10 plays, 85 yards in 3.5 minutes. Gavin Beck, that big run to set them up in the red zone. Touched by a short man, and it will be picked up by Rodriguez. He'll take it across the 25, breaks a tackle out to the 27-yard line. Josie Rodriguez with the return. Indian Trail trailing by 7 here, getting the ball back.
Quite a physical plant down at Indian Trail. We visited there earlier in the week, about 2,400 kids in the school, a number of charter schools within the building. And Coach McKay and his group have done an outstanding job bringing that program to this point.
That's off to the AD down there as well. Eric Corbett doing a fine job running things there as Oaks will keep it. Oaks dancing his way to the 35 and spun down near the 37-yard line for a gain of 9.
Oaks starting to become more of a factor here as the quarter's been wearing on. And he, his running ability can really help shake some things loose also for Cameron Bishop.
Davis there on the stop. No, Eric Corbett's done a great job running the athletic department over there at Indian Trail, helping to get that program established at the varsity level. King, we love you. Bad snap. Oaks on the run and still on his feet, got that one away. That's going to be a grounding call there. Pretty obvious there as he couldn't get out of the grasp that time of Ben McCarthy. And as he was tumbling to the turf, just threw that one away.
Sometimes you can try to do a little too much. You have to admire the kid's moxie and his heart, but you also have to know there's a time just to go down. Yeah, the intentional grounding with the loss of down is kind of a double pill.
We've got intentional grounding on the offense, 5 yards from the spot of the foul, and loss of down, 2nd down. I'm sorry, correction, 3rd down.
So they'll step off the 5 plus the loss of down, moves the football back inside the 25-yard line.
I suppose the big question now is, can we see Christian Jones make another one of those receptions that saves Indian Trail's bacon here?
This will set up a 3rd and 14. Oaks with time, steps up, delivers, and it is nearly picked off. It goes incomplete. Intended for Manny Jones on that far side, broken up by Kobe Knack.
Yeah, Kobe Knack, excellent player. Plays kind of center field for Franklin. He timed this up really well and just missed making that connection. They always say there's a reason you're a defensive back and not a receiver.
Well, the grounding call grounds the Hawks here. 4th down, they'll have to punt it away. High snap, Oaks brings it down, low kick, end over end. takes a Hawks roll into Sabre territory, out of bounds at the Franklin 49. 27-yard punt, no return. Sabres with the ball, 6:47 to go on the 7-point lead.
Yeah, set up now with excellent field position. That critical third down mistake, or the second down and loss of down, really put a crimp.
Now you tell your defense here you're looking for strips and interceptions right now. Get that ball back. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Bunch trips here to the left side for the Sabres. They'll toss it out to Beck. Beck, nowhere to run. Ball is out. Ball is loose. Picked up by the Hawks. And run inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Who ran that one in? That was Langley. Ashton Langley, forced by Brian Roach, who forced the fumble. What was I saying just a minute ago?
And we mentioned before Coach McKay priding his boys in terms of their resilience, and they showed it. They got a little break with that fumble.
Roach putting the helmet right on the leather that time to pop it out. Langley with the recovery, taking it down to the 24. 6:38 to go. Indian Trail set up nicely. It's a Sabre 24. Bishop the single back, 3 receivers to the left side. Oaks comes back, screen pass here near side. Catch is made by Manny Jones, takes it inside the 15, out of bounds near the 14-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play. Manny Jones, the senior wide receiver.
Manny Jones had been the better known of the receivers compared to Christian. Came up big on that down.
2nd and 1. Oaks pulls it back out. Oaks down the left side. Will get the first down, falling backwards near the 10-yard line. Great moxie that time on the part of Oaks. At the last second, pulled that one out of the belly of Bishop. So a Durzon and Menard first down at the 11-yard line. Christian Jones in motion. He'll take it. Christian Jones inside the 10, maybe the 9-yard line for Christian Jones. A little jet sweep action that time, left to right.
Yeah, the defensive front for Franklin playing a lot of games, jumping up from a 3-look into a 4-look. They're doing some twist on the inside, trying to confuse the blocking assignments for Indian Trail.
Casey Davis there on the stop for the Sabres. No gain. 2nd down and long. Oaks wants to pass, comes back near side, overshot his target, incomplete. Caleb Hamill, the intended receiver, was there. A little hot and a little high that time.
I think that's been the first pass that's been targeted to Hamill all evening.
Now 3rd and 9 now for Indian Trail.
Be interesting if they don't get the first down. What will Coach McKay's option be here? Will he go for the field goal, or will he try to get a 4th down conversion?
3rd and 9 from the 10-yard line. Oaks over the middle, and it's thrown behind Christian Jones and incomplete, nearly picked off. Ben McCarthy along with Drew Rennick
that was
there
a
in
plan,
coverage.
Planned play there. They had him fading back, dragging the number 3 Christian Jones across the middle.
It was Reineck who had the opportunity there. Now you're facing 4th and 9. They're going to go for it, I believe. Foregoing the field goal here on 4th down. Oaks lines them up. Bishop the single back. Twin receivers either side. They'll take a timeout.
They're going to have to watch the time. A lot of time expired between that play. So
we'll take our break as well. 31-24. Franklin up 7 at 4th down. When we come back, Thursday Night Lights on My 24. 4th and 9 for Indian Trail. They trail by 7. They will go for it here. Twin receivers either side. Bishop the single back for Oaks. He'll toss it back of the end zone. Through his hands and incomplete. Oh my goodness. Jeremy Stouffer was staring at a 6-pointer and it went through his hands, incomplete.
No one feels worse than Jeremy does on that one.
Had the defender, his back to the play. All he had to do was turn and make the catch.
Now you've got to turn to your defense and simply say, get us the ball.
Indian Trail with 1 timeout remaining. 5:28 to go. Sabres will take it over on downs. One more look. Was Mike Davis, the defender, late to get around, and Stouffer knows he let one go. Wachter wants to throw, will throw it incomplete. Wow, they're going to throw here. Trying to go for Haase.
Little
incomplete. I'm surprised too.
By that call. I thought we'd get a heavy dose of
Gavin Beck. Yep. As you know, sometimes coaches overthink. Thinking there, perhaps Indian Trail keying on Gavin Beck, so we'll try and get it up in the air. And fortunately, an incomplete stops the clock here. Wachter again. Will pitch it back. Beck coming back near side, out of bounds just across his own 10-yard line. Wyan able to run him out.
And now you kind of see that another little wrinkle there. By running out of bounds, you stop the clock and help Indian Trail out.
It's kind of a low pitch. You kind of juggled that pitch for a moment, and that allowed Wyan to get in there and make the play. Pickup of 2, 3rd and 8.
Plenty of time left.
They'll bring Flores back here to the near side, line him up in a slot. They'll empty out the backfield here on 3rd and 8. Wachter, plenty of time. Looking, now scrambles. Wachter takes it upfield across the 15, 20, and across the 25-yard line where he is dumped there. A big 3rd down conversion on the feet of Ben Wachter, the junior quarterback.
Yeah, two games ago, they made the decision to go with Ben Wachter, and Coach Brown talked about tough decision. They had a young man who had emerged out of the summer, but they felt that Ben was going to give him a few more options in terms of what he could do.
It'll go as another Derzan and Menard 1st down here for the Sabres. Clutch keeps the clock rolling, under 5 minutes to go. Now Beck will get the call. Beck stopped for a short gain, just short of the 30-yard line, a pickup of 2. Good job by the defense that time. Close in on the stop. Getting up from the bottom of that pile for the Hawks. Everything as advertised here tonight. These two teams battling it out to the very end, knowing what's at stake.
Yeah, Franklin won't be in any hurry to try to snap this ball, but they don't want to stop their own momentum either. So,
2nd and 8. And Wachter around the left side. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. A late flag thrown all the way across the field from the umpire. And that's usually a holding call. Question here, you stop Wachter for no gain, brings up, if you decline the penalty, brings up 3rd and 8. Do you want him to bring up, or 2nd and 18? And a block in the back. They will step it off here. Indian Trail will accept the penalty. So we'll get the call from our referee tonight, Fred Stram.
We've got a block in the back on the offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, replay 2nd down.
So Mike McKay rolling the dice here, expecting the defense to step it up, and right there, yep, you got it right there. Wyan got the block in the back. 2nd and 19 here for the Sabres. Clock winding down, approaching 3:50 to go here in our ball game. Wachter rolling right. Wants to throw downfield, comes back, completes the pass. Haase with the catch across the 35, out near the 40-yard line. Should be enough for a first down. Haase with a nice catch on the run by Wachter, throwing on the run. Another clutch first down pickup here for the Sabres.
They've had a number of critical plays tonight. And when they go back, I'm sure Indian Trail watching it, you're saying, boy, we stop them, we do our job, and then all of a sudden we kind of let them off the hook.
Clock continues to run. 3:15 remaining here in this one. Trips to the left side. Beck the single back. Beck will get the call. Beck up the middle, across the 40 to the 42-yard line, gain of about 2. Maybe 3 on the play for Gavin Beck. Quite a night tonight, couple of touchdowns tonight for the Sabres.
Right, it's Wachter and Beck have really done an outstanding job tonight for the Sabres.
Again, Indian Trail with just 1 timeout remaining here, so get a stop here. They may elect to burn their final timeout. We'll see. They need a stop. 2nd and long. 2nd and 8. Wachter wants to throw, comes back near side, completes here to Kelch. Kelch will get the first down into Hawk territory, down to the Indian Trail 44-yard line.
Now, offensive coordinator Jeff Klemp showing a lot of confidence in Ben Wachter. You know, it's almost like a long handoff the way they've been doing those short passes.
Another Durzan and Menard first down here, 3rd one on this drive to move them out. From the Hawk 43-yard line. Beck will get the handoff, stopped at the line of scrimmage. Brought down immediately that time by Close, Brad Close, the junior. One of the few two-way players on this Hawk team. No gain on the play, and again, the clock continues to be the enemy here. Hawks holding that 1 timeout with 2:05 to go. Caprice King now in the backfield. And he'll get the call. King just across the line of scrimmage, stopped at the 42-yard line. And Mike McKay will take his final timeout, stopping the clock with 1:46 remaining.
That monkey on the back of Indian Trail, not having been able to defeat Franklin, staring him in the face. They got to somehow see if they can get the big stop.
Well, this is where that offensive line goes to work. They're big, 271, Brian Beck. Dobrinsky, 287. Evie Zepashodi in there as well at that right guard spot, spelling some time tonight, 6'3", 251. Reds, 245. Bartles, 290 and a senior. Vince Hughes drawing some interest, Northern Illinois, the big one there.
Yeah, if that crew walked through the door of your all-you-could-eat buffet, you'd probably think of locking the doors. But you've, once again, Indian Trail, being outweighed, has fought extremely hard. You know, 2 fine teams, both giving it a maximum effort this evening.
Sabres need to convert here to put this one away. Trips to the left side, bunched on the left side. Beck back in there now to tailback spot. Wachter from the pistol on 3rd and 8. We'll give it to Beck. Beck lowers his head, gets inside the 40 to the 39, short of the first down. So the Hawks will get this one back with just about a minute remaining.
Well, I'm sure Franklin's going to let the clock run down to the very last second.
So I'll set up.
Maybe even take a timeout before they kick.
4th and 6. Ball at the 39-yard line. Josie Rodriguez, I believe, standing beat, or is that Manny Jones? One of the two back there. Now Franklin will take a timeout, taking the maximum here down to 1:05.
Franklin, take a timeout. It is their first. They have 2 remaining.
We'll see what they decide to do here on this punt. And again, with that spread punt, you kind of run around back there a little bit and then kick it away. You got Manny Jones standing back there, who's a danger. Again, he's a track star for Indian Trail, so he's got outstanding speed. So you're going to try and keep it away from him if you can, if you're Franklin.
And you don't know if Franklin, all of a sudden, you see it open to the outside. Will the punter take off? So very important 4th down situation here for Indian Trail.
A great ball game tonight. A couple of Southeast Conference foes. And again, Mike McKay, 3rd season with this varsity program. Started 5 years ago, started playing a JV schedule and then built it up to this varsity status. But to have it playing at the elite level of this conference this early,
right?
Outstanding.
Outstanding job by the entire staff.
So 4th down and 6 from the Hawk 39-yard line. Wachter, the quarterback, who also does the punting. 2 safeties back now here for the Hawks. Beck wants to throw. He decides he was going to kick it away. Showing pass and then punts it away, and it's going to roll into the end zone for the touchback. Big break here for Indian Trail. It'll bring it out to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, you've got 57.6 seconds left, no timeouts. If you've got that special play you've been putting aside, whether you're going to do the hook and ladder, you know, have to see what they feel they can do. I'm sure they're going to put a deep shell, the Franklin D.
Hamill and Christian Jones here to the near side. Stouffer and Manny Jones far side. Oaks on the roll. And he delivers. Christian Jones with the catch across the 30. Far sideline and out of bounds near the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 20. Christian Jones again with the big catch for the Hawks.
Oaks just got that ball off. You saw number 55, Ben McCarthy, bearing down on him from behind. Good thing is they got the clock stopped by going out of bounds.
Gain of 20, 1st and 10 from the 40. Oaks again with time. Far sideline going out there, and it's overthrown, incomplete, looking for Stouffer. I like that call, trying to go right back at Stouffer. He had the opportunity back on that last drive, that for sure touchdown pass that went through his hands.
Right, and I'm sure he'd like nothing better to get his chance for a little bit of redemption.
2nd and 10 from the 40. And the Hawks out of timeouts. Penalty markers at the snap. A false start here on Indian Trail. Second and 15 now for the Hawks. And Jones and Hamill here to the near side. Manny Jones and Stouffer far side here. Low snap again. Oaks picks it up on the scramble, and he's going to be tackled back at the 34-yard line, inbounds. Clock's going to continue to roll. They stay inbounds or not, the officials are going to stop the clock. He fumbled it out of bounds, I believe.
Okay. That's about the 4th bad snap or exchange between the center and the quarterback. They've come at less than ideal times for the Hawks.
Well, fortunate he fumbled it out of bounds. That at least stopped the clock here for Indian Trail. Hawks facing a 3rd and 15 from the 36-yard line. Trips here to the near side. Sabres walking up, showing blitz. They pick it up. Oaks again, able to step aside. Delivers the ball downfield. Christian Jones behind everybody, and it goes through his hands. Christian Jones on the deep ball had everybody in the stadium beat if he just comes down with a football. somehow he got loose in the secondary and it went right through his hands. That's the story tonight. Wow.
And as people watch this, you have to understand the tremendous involvement and investment these kids have made. And they really feel, when something like that goes wrong. I don't know if folks could fully appreciate how much these guys invest.
4th and 15. Again, Oaks bobbling the snap, and down he goes. The Sabres are going to win this one here tonight. A microcosm of their evening tonight. The bad snap once again.
Right, and Ben McCarthy goes in, gets the tackle. Now you'll see that, as far as Indian Trails is concerned, that dreaded victory formation coming from Franklin.
Well, the Sabres hang on. They'll get to 5-1 in the league. They play Racine Park next week to wrap up the regular season. This may have moved them up that seeding chain, so to speak.
Yeah, one of Franklin's losses on the season is they lost to Greendale. They said it was a case where Greendale's skill players really did an outstanding job, and then Franklin found themselves in the short end of a 20-12 score with Oak Creek.
And for Indian Trail, this will be their 3rd loss of the season. They fell to Stevenson out of Illinois, out of the Chicago area, 35-0, and they lost their conference game to Bradford a couple of weeks back. But what a ball game here tonight. The Sabres hang on late for the 7-point win. 31-24, Franklin over Kenosha Indian Trail. We'll pause, take a break. When we come back, we'll present the game football and talk with the winning coach, Lewis Brown, when we come back for our post game right after this on Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Going back to last season, these two teams battled it out last year twice, once in the playoffs in the level 2, and here again tonight, same spot for Indian Trail. A bitter defeat for the Hawks as they fall to Franklin 31-24. They had their chances here tonight.
They certainly did. A couple of critical misconnections, so to speak. Number of snaps between the center and the quarterback go awry. That helps contribute to where they find themselves on the short end. But once again, Franklin certainly took advantage of that, and outstanding effort.
For the 2nd time this year, Sabres victorious on Thursday Night Lights. Let's head down to the sidelines and Mike McGivern.
I'll tell you what, guys, every time I see Coach Lewis Brown, it seems like I'm handing him something. Let's do the player of the game. Gavin Beck, well done. That's an awfully good game. And I'll tell you what, man, you guys hung in there. Congratulations.
Thank you. I give credit to my whole team. It was a great effort by all of us.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
No doubt. Hey, you know what? Offensive line want to know they get a shout out.
Yeah, give credit to them. They put all their effort into the game.
Yeah.
It was a great game.
Yeah, you're doing great, man. Do not listen to these boys in the back. Sean McManus, U.S. Army, presentation for our player of the game.
On behalf of the United States Army, I would like to present this award for Most Valuable Player. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There you go. Coach, I got to tell you, I thought they came out in the second half with a little more energy, and your boys just hung in and kept fighting, made some really big plays down the stretch.
Yeah, halftime speech wasn't so good, I guess. That wasn't, I'm not real proud of what happened there, but that's a great team that we just beat, so I'm very proud of these guys, and we very well may meet them down the road.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they offensively, I thought, picked up their pace a little bit. They dropped a couple of balls, and you guys took full advantage. And certainly defensively, I thought, really kind of came to play in that the fourth quarter on a little bit. And certainly in the first half, I thought this was the better team. And you're right, they're awfully good.
Yeah, we got a little bit gassed. We're not used to that tempo.
Yeah.
Give them credit. They're big, strong kids, and their quarterback's one heck of a player.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, good job. Each time we see each other, I'm giving you the game ball. So, again, congratulations, boys.
Congratulations to Franklin, our winner tonight, and Gavin Beck, our Player of the Game award. Beck tonight, 22 carries, 152 yards and a pair of touchdowns.
And these weren't runs where he's getting up the sideline. He's running through tackles, busting tackles, spinning, hitting. You watch him on tape here.
Our player of the game presentation brought to us all season long by the U.S. Army, Army Strong. One more break. We'll come back with a final word from Franklin after this.